Moshe, in the parsha titled Va'eskanan, implores HaShem one final time to allow him to enter the land of promise. However, the Torah in most translated manuscripts has the Elohim telling him, "It is too much for you. Do not continue to speak to me further about this matter." Yet, a more accurate rendition of Hashem's statement could be rendered as, "There is so much waiting for you." The verse I'm referring to is Devarim, Deuteronomy 3:26. The usual translation reads something like, Ravlach al tosef daber elai od badavar hazeh. It is too much for you. Do not continue to speak to me further about this matter. But the phrase Ravlach is where things get fascinating. It's incredibly compact Hebrew. Depending on context, it can mean enough for you. The stern, stop asking tone most translations take. However, it can also be rendered as, you have much, suggesting Moshe already possesses something great, his personal one-on-one, face-to-face relationship with the divine. Another translation could read as, there is much for you, pointing forward to something waiting beyond his current experience, possibly in the heavenly spiritual realm. So then we have to ask, why the difference? There has been much back-and-forth discussion, debate, and even arguments through the centuries over this one verse. In the many rabbinic debates, Rashi goes with the classic, enough, stop asking. He sees HaShem cutting the conversation short. Ramban, however, hints at something gentler. Moshe's reward is so great it lies beyond the land. This aligns with my own, there is so much waiting for you, rendering. We also need to take a look at the grammatical ambiguity. The Hebrew doesn't have a verb there. The word rav can mean much or great, while lach could be translated into English as either to you or for you. Without a verb, we, the reader, must supply the tone. Is it enough pleading for you, or there is greatness for you? Both are technically valid. We also must consider the mystical lens. In Midrash and Zohar, Moshe's request isn't just about geography, it's about completing his mission. Therefore, Hashem's reply can be read as, your work in this plane is complete. What waits for you is beyond Canaan, beyond the physical. That fits the there is so much waiting for you translation almost perfectly. For reference, see the Sifri Vayetchanan 29, where it frames God's response as more hopeful. Moshe, you have enough. There is much waiting for you in the world to come. My take on this controversial section of Torah, in most copies available today, this isn't just a possible mistranslation, it's a case of translators making a theological choice. Most wanted to emphasize obedience and finality. Even Moshe can't bargain past Hashem's decree. But the Hebrew leaves the door open to a more esoteric, even comforting message. One that may well infer, Moshe, the land isn't your destination. Your journey continues into realms where the promise is greater than soil and stone. My own reading of this has serious rabbinic and mystical backing. It also changes the tone from a divine no to a divine not here, but there. Never say the Torah doesn't have some interesting alternative renderings, especially when the intricacies of the Hebrew language are concerned. Please like, subscribe. It's free. I never ask for money or donations. Save your money for a worthy charity of your choice and share. Leave your comments, and all my videos and writings can be found on Rumble, YouTube, Locals, Substack, and Blogger. Until next time, this Shmuel ben Shlomi wishing you a Shabbat Shalom.